Always fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it locked on Cannabis Wiki. We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on Cannabis Wiki.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Green Room live from the Cannabis Wiki Conference and Expo 2023 here in beautiful London, Ontario. Hey Derek.
Hey Jackie.
I'm excited again for our next chat with Bob from Bob's Better Buds. Let me say that again. Bob from Bob's Better Buds.
Yes. And Bob's buds are better.
What makes them better, Bob?
I think that we try to put a lot of love into what we do. Me and my wife really enjoy growing, and I like the process of improvement. And I think it's really cool that every time we grow a crop, we have another opportunity to try to improve.
Get better and better.
And get better and better. And that's part of the name, is trying to get that quality to a point that we just love it.
Dial it in.
Where is Bob's Better Buds? Are you in the London area, or what area are you in?
We're very close to Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay, Niagara Falls.
We're in the greater Niagara region. We're very close to Welland. We're kind of
Okay.
on the border. And
Nice.
We're, again, it's just me and my wife. And I really enjoy smoking really good cannabis.
Right? So why not grow it?
So exactly. And so when I grow, every time I grow something, I want to try to make it better because I enjoy it myself. I smoke my own cannabis.
Mhm.
And so it's instant feedback, and there's nothing more disappointing than putting a lot of effort into a new strain or a new growing method, and it doesn't work
Right.
out. So over the years, I've really tried to perfect it and tried to make sure that every time we hit the mark.
Nice.
Well, congrats, because I guess you hit the mark. I mean, you grow some nice weed, and we've heard lots of positive things about Bob's Better Buds.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question. So Bob's Buds, are you in relation to them, to you? Because there's like a store called Bob's Buds.
I think it's called Bob's Bud Emporium.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's it.
And I think he has 2 stores here in London.
Yeah, and
Is it St. Thomas?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
And I seen that they were carrying Bob's Better Buds, so I was like, okay, is there a relationship here? Because it's like 2 Bobs, and it's good.
So it's just really coincidental. And we did go by the store today to say hi to the bud tenders and to introduce ourselves, and they were really excited to meet a grower.
Nice.
And it's even coincidental that their green on their Bob's Bud Emporium is the same
It's
green.
the same?
Green that we have.
Oh,
So
wow.
Right.
look, it's very synergistic. So I've not actually talked to Bob yet, but I will.
There might have to be a summit between the Bobs
That's
because,
right.
Bob, have you always been a grower? Like, were you in and around before legalization, and you were just waiting for legalization? Like, did you always have a plan that you guys were going to be craft growers, or what's the story on how you became a grower?
So I grew up in a really small rural area outside of Hamilton, and we were farmers,
Okay.
and we knew how to grow cannabis.
Bimbrook?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in a little town right outside of Pembroke called Woodburn.
Oh, okay.
And it had a corner store and a church and a little school, and we didn't have much to do out there, so we learned how to grow
weed.
And we did in the cornfields, and we grew a lot of weed, and to the point where we had folks processing it for us. And
Oh, wow.
we would even really like it when somebody showed up with honey oil or cherry oil in those days.
I love honey oil.
Yeah. So that,
Mm.
yeah, so we just come out with an old school honey oil vape, and we tried to translate that old school honey oil into a vape. It doesn't translate exactly, but we did it for the convenience, and it seems to be a real hit, especially with us older guys that are older than 50. So
Right.
yeah, we can remember back that far. Yes.
So what are your offerings then? So Bob's, what do you have? You have flour on the market, and you have the vape.
Yeah. So we have 2 flower SKUs at
Okay.
OCS now,
All right.
and we have 1 vape SKU that's the old school honey oil, and we hope to come out with a new old school cherry oil next.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. I like that. Challenges. What are challenges being a craft grower and being small guy in the industry?
It is very difficult, and I was I think about number 24 licensed in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was kind of on the leading edge versus the
you.
leading edge,
Right.
and there was no real clear path to market, and we really struggled to actually get to market. In the beginning, our plan was to sell B2B. When craft flower was trading at $4 or $5, we could have made a reasonably good living.
Right.
But then when the price plummeted, we had to change our plan and we had to get into some retail to be able to make enough money to survive. And that's why we had to go to market and go to the OCS
Oh, okay.
to increase our cost or our revenue per gram.
Right. So basically, you were gonna just sell it wholesale and then let them, brand it and package it. But the price of the wholesale doesn't, and we've heard this theme, is less than the cost to grow it.
Yeah, it's really tough right now. There's really good weed trading on the cannabis exchange. That's under like $1.50, a dollar, and some of it is really good now. And so, trying to make a living at a dollar a gram is really tough.
How do you grow it for $1 a gram?
Well, that's the other thing too, is that you might be able to survive if it's outdoor,
Right.
but it's very difficult to sell outdoor. And when I first started, I'm one of the very few micros that has an indoor license and an outdoor license.
Okay.
Oh,
And frankly, I think sometimes the weed I grow outside is better than the weed that I grow in my room.
I can agree.
Nothing is better than the sun.
Right.
And at that time, you couldn't give it away. Nobody wanted outdoor. Everybody assumed that outdoor was bad
Right.
and that indoor was the creme de la creme.
But why wouldn't you want a
Hydro.
nice big bud grown under the sun and rained on and, I don't know.
Well, because the
Organic.
kind of market, it was like, oh, you got it hydro indoor, like
Yeah,
it's like
and it's-
outdoor, but processing it should be good. So what, are you processing the honey oil?
No, I have partners. One of the ways that I've survived the last 3 years is by making friends and having partners
Networking.
and networking. And some people have been really, really nice to me, like the people at Heritage have helped me out quite a bit.
Nice.
It is a tough go for a micro, especially around simple things like the cost to ship stuff to the OCS for a micro is really expensive. So you have to build relationships and you have to ask for help in some cases. And I really want to thank everybody because I've gotten a lot of help.
That's nice to hear. That's good to hear that you felt the community.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's talk about the organization, the not-for-profit that helps LPs like yourself, because that's really, so it seems like people have helped you and now you're carrying it forward.
Yeah, so we several LPs got together in and around the Niagara and Hamilton area and decided that we needed to have an organization to be able to talk to OCS and Health Canada and carry some weight behind us. So we've incorporated the Ontario Cannabis Association, and we have a website, and we're trying to do things properly, and we're getting more and more members signing up. And we really don't. There is a need because we have a lot of people interested in signing up and are signing up, and we've given them a proposition as a group. We've been able to work out deals with everything from shipping to insurance to you name it. We now have discounts for people when they join the Ontario Cannabis Association, and they usually save their a fee in the first few months after joining.
Wow.
We do things like when we print bags, we'll, instead of printing 5,000 bags, we'll pool everybody's order together and we'll print 100,000 bags, and it
Wow.
cuts the cost
That's-
in half.
Right. It's
So-
more cost effective for everyone.
Right, you're right. And one of the the things that I think is most valuable is the connections you make and the information you find out within the industry. We've had so many people there presenting, and just amongst ourselves, getting to know each other and getting to be able to ask questions to other micros and LP has been invaluable.
How do people join the association?
We have a monthly meeting,
Okay.
and we are now having it closer to Toronto, so more people don't have to communicate or
Commute.
commute as much. And our next meeting is on July 13th, and we'll be posting that on social media. And we hope to get as many LPs as we can out to see what we're all about.
Well, we'll definitely share that knowledge, and that's going to be happening on July 15th.
13th.
Sorry, why do I keep saying 15 to you?
That's okay.
13, Jackie. We'll put it in the write up of July 13th.
Where are you going on the 15th?
Yeah.
I don't know. I am going away.
bit
But
of a Freudian slip there. Something going on.
something is going on there. Yes, Jackie's having Freudian slips. That's what it is.
So we have different organizations come and present at the meeting, and we would love to have you folks come and do a presentation, and we would like to get all of our LPs to sign up on Weed Panion, of course. So
Yay! Weed Panion would love that. We would love
we'd
to
love
be there.
to be there.
And do a little presentation and
yeah, and introduce you to everybody, and appreciate the help.
Yeah, well, we love working with you, Bob, and it's like you said, this is an emerging industry, and we have a community, and we can all help each other to build the, what this is going to be, because it's still really unsure of where this is going. I mean, it's
such in the infancy. Like we're only 5 years in. So, and like we've talked about throughout the day today with legalization and with alcohol and stuff, it took time. Things take time. So, and together, collaboration, we're better. The voices come together as one, we make a choir. So, that's how we're going to get things done. Those are how we can push the challenges and create some change together.
Right. So, like I said, I'm a micro, and I tend to stick up for micros. And so if you're a struggling micro out there, I really would like to try to help everybody.
Reach out to Bob.
Yeah, reach out to me and come to one of our meetings. And, we would love to hear your story, and we would love to see if we can help you and solve problems for you. So we are talking to the OCS and Health Canada regularly, and whenever I get a chance, I speak up about micros.
Right. That's great. So how do we find you, and how do people reach out to you, Bob? What's your social media? Do you know it? Are you just Bob's Better Buds?
Sorry, for myself. Yes, it's Bob's Better Buds.
Okay.
My website is bobsbetterbuds.com.
Okay. And that's how we can find you.
Yeah, for sure. And on the last page, there's you can send me an email, and it's all there. And it's Bob at Bob's Better Buds.
It's Bob at Bob's Better Buds.
.com. Yeah.
.com.
Nice. And before we close out, are you having any other products that you maybe have in research and development or planning to release this year? Or are you going to concentrate on what you have and getting those distributed out? What's the roadmap for Bob's Better Buds?
So this year for us as a business is just sort of getting the product portfolio rounded out, and we're right now trying to get SKUs from OCS, and it's getting more and more competitive and harder to get SKUs. So we do want to come out with another old school cherry oil vape, and we're also looking at doing probably 2 pre-rolls, and that would be for the spring.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I think pre-roll is a good market for you to get into too, right? Because that's the most selling category.
Isn't that the leading category
yeah, it's the
right
leading
now?
category. So
Pre-rolls.
Yeah, and the flower, even though flower is still probably the largest segment of the market, it's not the fastest growing, and it's ultra competitive. It's very difficult to make money on flower.
right.
There's a lot of difficulties at making money in this industry.
Yeah.
So we're hearing. Thank you so much for joining us live from the Cannabis Wiki Conference and Expo. Bob from Bob's Better Buds. And you can reach out to him if you have, if you're a micro or if you're independent small guy or anything. Bob can help you out, and we'll see you at the Ontario Cannabis Association
Correct.
on the 13th.
Of July.
of
yeah.
July.
13th.
The 13th. Thanks for joining us, Bob.
Okay, thank you very
Peace.
much for having me.
Always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on Cannabis Wiki.